Can you hear me? He said he might be back eventually. So.
Okay.
Are we live?
No, we're not live.
Oh, cool. Then I don't know what I am in terms of. I think I'm 4 or 3. I don't know. I don't know how this works. So somebody's gonna have to help me out here. I'm 5'6". So now I'm unmuted. Okay, cool. Cool.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Yep, I hear you.
All right. Can you do any intro yet, or we're...
I haven't started yet.
Okay.
Start.
No, the stream started, so I already did that. So,
Oh.
so welcome everybody to the 2023 Cherry Blossom draw number 10 at Potomac Curling Club. Our feature sheet B is Sake versus Buck City, and we'll also be showing last minute entry in Virginia on the side. On sheet C. Let's see. So we're running about 45 minutes behind schedule. So this sheet, we've already put in the first couple of rocks here on sheet B. So let's see. So this is the second red rock, and it would mean that red has hammer. So that would be yellow. Yellow 4, I guess. Is that yellow? No, the yellow 3. No, what are we at? Yellow number 3 is down, actually.
Yeah, we're on seconds first rocks from Bucks, Buck City, throwing yellow against Sake from Potomac Curling Club. Nice control hit, right behind coverage. Good hit from Bucks. I believe their second is Ben Hallman. I'm not sure. I don't know the order of the.
Yeah, I don't know if they're. What's the?
If Topper is skipping, then I think that was Steve Turner that threw that. So we know we have Maddy, Clough from Sake throwing. I believe it's going to just a draw behind the coverage by the centerline guard. So if you're paying attention and you're watching the stream right now, sheet A is currently about 4 minutes behind due to a really great finish on the last draw set. So just as a general reminder, we might have A go on a little bit. They get 4 extra minutes compared to the timer that we got going on right now. Beautiful draw. Looks like it was right to the button from Team Sake. And I believe they're just going to chase it down. Bucks to chase it down. Probably sit right onto it or maybe offer, I don't know, just a heavy draw to push it back a little bit. Topper calling for the draw on the out-turn side for Maddy. Trying to get behind that corner guard, that pretty high corner guard. I played earlier on B for the 12 o'clock draw, and once this ice gets caught up, it just likes to hang out there a little bit. So. Not curling as much. She got to the line, but just didn't want to curl as much. Good weight, though, top tee. We're starting into our Vices rocks with Ben Hallman for Buck City starting up. Calling for a good hack hit on Maddy's last. A little bit of a double check if they're asking for hack or control. Hanging out just a hair. You're going to make contact, but you're definitely going to lose a shooter too.
I heard that. It sounded like a double hit, but I think it was simultaneous hits on sheets B and C.
Yeah. That yellow might actually be biting. That's something that might come into play later. But red's covered, nicely covered behind Barry, behind double center line guards. So Topper's probably just content just to put it back where Maddy had it. This is Randy throwing his first. I do really enjoy watching people curl in blue jeans. It just, there's something about it that, both, is fascinating to watch and makes me cringe just a little bit.
Yeah, I've done it a few times.
But I mean, like, if you have the flexibility that you can curl in and do a lunge in jeans, good on you. Still a little heavy on that. Looks like it's just like maybe board weight. So a little bit longer, more than slightly heavy, but opportunity here for Bucks. Looks like they indicated a hack hit. Going after that shot rock on the button. All right, sweeper's on it. We're on the guard. Any movement's going to be good. All right. Topper's taking this time trying to figure out what's the best course of action here.
Are Randy and Topper related?
Well, they got the same last name, and it's a unique last name, so I don't really know. I'm going to assume maybe. All right, this is our second for Randy. Sweeper's on it for line, possibly for weight, not really sure. It's past the guards. Are they going to clip off that yellow? They are, but they're just going to push back the red. They're sitting 1-2, but like the forefoot's wide open now. It's enough space for Bucks to come in and just start drawing right to the button with a staggered center line guards. Sorry. I gotta say, the Bucks City skip Bill's got some really nice custom sneakers. I would love to get a pair of high tops for curling. That's pretty sick. I like that. A little light on the draw, not coming in at all. We were gonna try to go for the promote in the top 12, but it won't be enough. We've got Buck City just living on the edge, and I mean that literally. They've got 4 red counters, all just biting 12 if not full, but the only 2 that matter as of right now are the 2 from Sake. It seems like Topper's going to has enough space here to just draw in. Calling for plugging the hole up. If they can get to biting 8 would be really nice right now, because then the tap off the 2 yellows isn't going to be helpful to, it'll make it more complicated, I should say, anyway, so.
Yeah, serves the purpose of plugging the draw hole too.
Yep. And Bucks will only get one chance at the taps, so.
So as long as Topper's rock ends up anywhere on that line to block the draw path.
Yep. All right, here's Saki with their first. Starting to curl early. Lighter handle though, so it's gonna move over a lot on this line. Really light handle.
Just squeaks by the guards.
Looks like it's gonna be top button, no, sorry, back 4. Wow, I lied again, back 8. Oh. I was off on my weight calls all game earlier today, so maybe I should probably take a nap. I'm not really the best at weight calls, even though I am playing front end.
Well, it's hard when you're looking at the cameras and perspectives and all. So.
I'm also leaned back in this chair, very comfortable at the moment. All right, let's see. Take a look at all the other sheets. We got Skips Rocks going on sheet C. I want to say last minute entry is about ready to throw their last. They do not have Hammer. Hammer goes to the Virginia team on that. Here is Bucks City's last. Trying to go for either the taps if they're wide enough and heavy enough, or if they can, try to get into that button. But they're hanging out there. Needs a lot more curling action there. It's coming, but it's not enough. So they clip the guard, yeah.
So leaves red sitting 3 at the moment, and with Hammer.
And
is there a
red's already
yeah, red's so they can just draw in anywhere on the left and just touch white.
Yep. If anyone's interested, Bill Rueter, I believe, from Bucks is rocking the retro Reebok pumps, high tops, which are amazing. So whenever they feel like they're a little deflated, they could just pump up their sneakers, which as a 90s kid, I'm more jealous now than when I was 5 minutes ago. I need those sneakers.
Okay, Topper about to throw Hammer here for just a draw attempt. And if he gets this draw, they get, we said it'll be draw for 4.
I believe we got 3 Hammer shots going on as BC and D at the same time. Topper throwing the first one. Line looks a little on the outside. Sweepers are, hold off. Sweepers might like the weight here. It's not curling much, it's holding that line. He needs to curl a bunch. But again, and nope, just lost its handle.
Yeah, lost the handle. So it's just going to be 3 red on sheet B.
3 red. Still a real good end. Anytime that you can get a crooked number is real good. We got hammers going on sheet C and sheet B right now.
For the all houses view, we'll watch the so both B and C, well, C and D are watching the hammers. Dave Zimmerman on sheet C throws his, and Alan McNeil just threw his red hammer on sheet D. Sheet C hits first, and the yellow rolls to not count, but outcount one of the reds. Sheet D
could get a nice beneficial.
Nope, missed
on the
whip.
whip.
So
Yep.
it's in both sheets it's 1. So 1 red on sheet C, 1 yellow on sheet D.
And on sheet A, I believe we are in Skips Rocks right now. We're starting 4 minutes behind everybody. They did a pretty good job catching up. Yeah. Which so having
one.
Is it Parent Trap? Having Parent Trap on there, they tend to play a pretty quick game, which is good. So.
Yeah, one yellow, 1 sheet D. And then what was whatever you say sheet C was a 3 red. 3 red on sheet C.
B?
It's a B. 3 red on sheet B. Yep. Okay. Well, let's go back to the regular view. Since it's still how many rocks left on sheet A? Still 2 rocks left to go on sheet A, so we'll get back to that later. Looks like we're off by a rock on the rock count there. This is red number 2. Let's do the minus there.
All right, Bucks. Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. Bucks calling for a hack hit on the red shot. Curling a lot. This was really nice about Sheet B. I liked it earlier today where this is definitely a handle sensitive pebble. You can't really go light on the hits. If you do, it's going to curl early. It's just going to hook a lot, so you got to pay very close attention to your releases on this ice, which gets a little frustrated if you're like me. You have a little bit of a lazier handle, which means you don't put as much rotation on the rock. But at the same time, if you get it just right, it's rather advantageous for you to try to hold the line nicely with a good rotation. So Sheet A. Looks like we're going final rocks on Sheet A. Skips rocks from Ben on Sheet A.
So like it hits and spills, so it leaves, what is it, 1 red
Looks
maybe?
like 2 red in the
red?
house on Sheet A. All right. Back on our feature sheet, the shot rock is wide open now. Going after that hit again from Steve. Weight looks good. It's just not curling. Needs to curl a lot, about half a rock. All right. Makes contact, but does not get rid of the red. So.
So, Maddy Clough.
It'd be really great if they can draw behind those double guards. Sweepers are not on it yet. They're saying that it's good. It's actually back house is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it might be back line. It might be going through.
Yeah. It's coming up. It's coming down a bit. Back 12.
Oh, yep, did stop.
Not bad. Sitting 2. Only 1 is in front of the T line though, so. At first, I thought they were going to do a draw, but I think Bill's going to have Steve hit and roll behind coverage. So, hit attempt. And it's on the guard. I guess it was a draw because it definitely doesn't look like hit weight.
No, it's going to hit the guard.
I think it's going to hug it.
Whoa,
Nicely
that
done.
was close. Okay, well.
All right, so we've got Sake is still sitting shot, but Buck City is sitting second shot. I would say probably they could see about a quarter.
More than that.
A third, maybe?
Almost all of it, really. Well, like half. Okay, I'll take half.
I'll take half, yeah. Looks like there's
enough to hit.
Yeah.
And that's with a down weight, looks like you're going for a hack weight, maybe.
Yep. Calling on that sweep early.
Now is it going to crash?
It looks like it's crashing, yep. They might be promoting that yellow up.
Nope.
I couldn't see this. I couldn't see the amount of separation on that, but
one red guard just looked like it was going to go out, but wanted to stay in play for a little longer. So way off in the weeds. Okay, so trying this hit. Looking pretty good.
Keep that line, fellas. Good sweeping from Buck City.
Yeah, got the
Small
hit
little roll
and-
right behind the
ooh,
double
nice
guards.
roll.
Nice. So we got Buck City sitting 2. Shot Rock is behind the double guards, pretty high double guards. So the question for Topper is, do you start removing some of the guards, or you try to come into the house?
Wants to draw down and freeze to the shot rock.
I thought I heard the word hit.
Okay, well, give
I
it a
could
little
very much
tap.
be wrong.
He's
I
not
could-
going to hit it out, but he
I-
might be able to tap it, so he's counting.
I
Yeah.
am exhausted, so I could be hearing
No, he
things.
pointed the back line.
Yep.
You're right.
So just if the line is right here, you could just push it back. And you may actually end up being shot rock with that, but that looks about hack to me.
Yeah, it's heavier than he wanted, I think.
And I think it's right there. It's going to stay on that line. It's going to promote that yellow in. Digging and weight, though, too. So just wide out.
I guess it wasn't as heavy as I thought. I thought
Same.
it looked heavy coming out of the hand, but that's why they were sweeping it, because they thought it was too light, and it probably
So-
would have been.
A rather advantageous house then for Buck City then.
Yeah, I think that line is a line that's just been running straight all night and all day.
Not sure if the shot is the guard or if it's a heavy draw to push the red counter on the back. So here's Ben with their second from Buck City. Looks like control weight here. Hanging out.
Well, took out the non-counting yellow way in the back.
It's not a problem. I mean, like,
No.
as long as you're not like messing anything up with the two counters, the two shot rocks, fine.
Yeah, so that last red rock is doing him more harm than good at this point.
Yep. So when Topper turned around, I literally thought they were about to call a timeout. I'm like, who's their coach? Calling timeout a little early here.
And Topper's like, oh, I'm the coach.
Yep. And as a rugby player, I do love Topper's helmet. I do like the fact that he's got, like, it looks like a rugby helmet a little bit. So
I think he's just going to try drawing in and
Yep.
out counting the yellows.
I mean, I think the line is there if they can find it. I think that port is a lot bigger than it lets on in the guard zone.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of room to draw in there.
Yep.
It may tap on the yellow as it curls around, but that wouldn't be the problem.
It wouldn't be that bad. A good miss here would be just pushing that yellow out of the way, so then Bucks would probably just put the guard back. And if they ever run it hot, you got some opportunities there. But here's Topper with their first for Team Sake. Sweepers on it. Making sure they pass those guards.
Yeah, it's looking. Is it? Well,
It looks like it's going to be on the guard for sure,
yeah,
at least
on
for the
red.
center line guard. If they can move it around a little bit. All right.
Well, Topper's going to be in for a tough last shot. And so your yellow just going to try drawing another one in around the side.
I actually think that they're going after that back red to sit 3.
On the back red's not counting, though.
For a red, it's not counting, but if yellow can get rid of it, yellow will be sitting 3.
Yep, okay, yeah.
Applying pressure for yellow is a good thing here. If you can sit 3 and at least try to make the scoring zone small for Topper's last, would be really good result here for Bucks to bounce back. And this is only Buck's first, which is great. They have hammer, so. Looks like it's back 4. T. Nope. Good draw.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Hey.
That's second shot.
We need to have a counter on here that says, how many times was Rob wrong? I believe right now the count is 2.
I'll add that feature to the webcast, the Rob wrong count.
And now,
all right,
everybody listening, the real reason why you want to listen to the podcast, we got Bo on here now. Hey, Bo.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yep.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. And
Yay.
you even have both channels working. Often when you come off mute on 3, you only get one or the other, but I got both ears going here.
All right. Hopefully you all watched my game in the last end, but hopefully only the last 2 or 3 ends when I remembered how to play curling slightly.
It's all about gut instinct. That's all it is.
Yeah, it is. But of course we keep using stopwatches and stuff. I'm like, no, that's no fun. So have we ID'd all of these wonderful teams?
If we wanted to zoom out to the full view, believe we got Parent Trap and Hogged Groggy on sheet A.
Yep.
Sake and Bucks City on sheet B, who was our feature sheet. On our side feature sheet, we've got last minute entry versus Virginia on C, and then Team McNeil versus Team Bomber on sheet D.
Okay. I am familiar with a couple of the teams on sheet C and D we have played. So I'm fairly familiar with all these teams.
I'm very distracted by Team Columbus's arm tattoos. Those look pretty sweet.
The Pittsburgh team, or one of the Pittsburgh teams, has a couple of big ones as well.
Oh yeah, Jackie's arm art is amazing. So
yep.
Not only is she amazing, her art is also amazing. That the tattoos are great. So
all right. So now that I'm actually looking at sheet B, this looks like this could be a swing back the direction of Butt City. Does it not?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Topper's got a really complicated situation here. Where can you try to apply pressure or at least try to minimize damage here? Because Bucks just saw the draw, their outturn draw on their last to sit the third counter.
Okay.
So Topper could either go after that side to at least try to ice them off that side, or coming off this new intern direction and just try to touch forefoot. I think you have a better chance of touching forefoot with this line from Topper, so I think this is the right call here.
And of course, the trick is when you're playing a stick curler, don't get in a hitting battle.
Sweepers are on it, making sure that it's T. Looks like it's a real light. It looks like it's maybe a 2 or 3 guard, and it just took a turn.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think that ever really had a chance.
So just like Topper had a shot for 4 in the first end, looks like Bill's got a shot for 4 here. Going to throw the same line that they just threw.
Yeah, definitely there.
We've also got Skips Rocks from Allen on Team McNeil on sheet D as well. And it looks like we are on Skips Rocks on sheet A, and sheet C is already on the third end.
Sheet A is wide open. There's 1 rock in play, and I think, no, 2 rocks in play. I think one of them might be about to go bye-bye, but here's the hammer on B.
Sweepers on it just to be on the safe side. They just need to make sure that they are just touching the 8-foot. And they've cleared, as long as they can clear that guard. Did they pull the string?
Iffy.
Yeah, that's on. Come on, get past it.
Oh, wow.
They still need to keep it going for weight, though. Just make sure that they can touch the 8-foot.
Yeah, I think they got it overhead.
Overhead?
Oh, I can see the overhead.
Nicely done for
overhead
4.
Above us. Yep.
Oh,
yep.
I keep forgetting that.
All right.
Too many stimuli. I've got the sheet in front of me. I've got a monitor above me, and then all the monitors to the right. I don't know what to look at.
All right.
I'm just going to look at Bo.
Yeah. You don't want to do that for you don't want to do that for too long.
Hi, Bo. How's it going, buddy?
All right. The only person that looks at me for a long time is my dog. I don't even think my wife looks at me very long anymore.
Aw, Bo.
So
It looks like sheet A is going for. There's a blank on the board for sheet A. This is Parrot Traps last before yellow goes for the hammer shot. I think the shot here is just hit and roll over to the center line.
Yep, that's going to spill.
So it'll probably be a blank from Hogged and Groggy. God, that's such a good name. I'm never going to remember it, but that's a good name. I don't know though. The Dunham parents calling themselves Parent Trap. Not gonna lie, that's a great name too.
Yeah, of course it was funny in Topper's game yesterday that I was calling. He had several opportunities to blank and chose to take one each time. It's really kind of surprised me.
Hey, there are some people who don't really like the blank.
Yeah.
And I can see it. Like if you're not used to like competitive curling, if you're more of like a club level curler and you just like want points on the board, I completely get it. I think it's great, and I think as you evolve as a player, wherever you feel like your preferences lie, it's great. Yeah. Going for a blank is always nice to do if you can get to it. Just giving you the opportunity to hold on to that hammer for one more end, keeping that advantage as best as you can. So,
yeah. Well, Mike Dunham has opted to blank, which is
I believe Ben did. Mike was the cause of the blank.
Yes, you are correct.
Nice draw behind from I believe it was James. For Team Sake's first.
Sake, yeah.
Now we're going to probably get another guard from Dave from Buck City. Again, 4 sheets are going on. I'm trying to watch the feature sheet and trying to be mildly entertaining or at least informative.
I have long thought that I would love to have like someone in the Kathy Gauthier role.
I would love that. Can I be Kathy Gauthier? That'd be great. But I also want to be Vic, where I can be like, and count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I call dibs on that opportunity, and I want people to like be prepared for that in the chat room. I look at the chat room.
Well, it's kind of funny that sheet C is playing relatively quickly. If you tuned in earlier today and had you had like 2.5 hours to spare, you would have seen our game against Virginia, where we barely made it through the 7th inning before the time cut off, and then the 8th inning went about 30 minutes, which is one of the reasons why we're behind right now, schedule-wise.
So basically, everybody, it is Bo's fault. We are behind schedule, and Bo has admitted it. So if you're wondering why, it is Bo's fault. Good job, Bo.
Do I look like I'm skipping?
But you did just claim ownership for the fact that you all did it. So I'm going to blame you.
I did say our. That is correct. So.
And as far as looking like you're skipping, I don't know. You're in the warm room.
True.
All right. We got Steve's first rock. So we're in second rocks now on our feature sheet. Sweepers are not touching it. I believe it's just a little bit warm. I want to say they wanted to go for a guard, but it's looking like it's back 8 weight, draw weight. And it's through. Hey, let's put another tally on the Rob is wrong weight call again. That's number 3.
Well, I've missed several on the ice, which is worse.
Me too. And somehow I have not screwed our team up enough. We're 2-0 for 2-0 for
We are 1-2.
That's basically Jeff and basically everybody, not me. I've done my best not to ruin a house. That's my goal.
Who's your skip?
Jeff Greck.
Oh yeah.
We are on sheet C at 10 p.m. against the younger Dunhams, Andy and Scott.
Oh boy.
My goal is psychological warfare. How do I get the sibling rivalry going? I saw Andy. If you tuned in earlier, Andy Dunham had an amazing shirt that says "My mom says I'm special," and I really want to get a shirt for Scott that says "My mom says my brother is special." just because as a older brother, it just seems perfect for those two. Like it'd be so great to have that.
Not sure what record Team Bomber has. Did they lose one? Because they crushed us yesterday. Team Bomber currently on sheet D.
Do you know the record for topper? Wait, hold on. There's this wonderful thing, everybody, called the internet.
Yep.
I could use it to answer these questions that are currently plaguing us at the moment.
And if you zoom in just enough, you can actually read it. So yeah, Team Bomber is currently up 4-0 over Team McNeil, and that is not a statement on how Al McNeil's team plays. That is a statement on how good that Wisconsin team is. They are. We were playing them close through 2 ends, and then in fact we were up 3-1, I believe, and then we said, okay, well we'll probably steal here or worse force because they'll never make this hit for 3. They made the hit for 3.
Never give them an opportunity to hit for 3.
Right.
So we've got Parent Trap and Hog and Groggy.
Yep.
McNeil and Bomber, they're all undefeated.
Really?
We've got Team McNeil and Hog and Groggy because this is pool play.
Yeah.
We have a very divisive thing happening at this year's Bonspiel. We're allowing ties.
That's right.
So
that's right. Alan's
we've
tied.
got Alan and we've got Team McNeil and Hog and Groggy are our 1-0 and 1s.
Okay.
So they haven't lost, but they've got a tie. So what they're doing for this draw and for 10 p.m. draws are going to be that the undefeated teams will be on the boards, and the one or 2 loss teams will be on B and C. So I know that for the 10 p.m. draw, the 2-0 teams will be on the wings, and the non-2-0 teams will be in the center. And I like that they're trying to keep it as even as possible with that. So
yeah. Do you have A or D?
That is an amazing question. Hold, please.
Okay.
Sheet A.
I'm sorry.
Dude, I've been on sheet D. I was on sheet D, I think 2 out of 3 times since Wednesday night. I'm glad to be off of sheet D.
Yeah, the wall sheets can freak you out, and actually sheet A, now that it's no longer 80 degrees outside, yeah, sheet A is the one closest to the weather, basically.
Yeah. I will say that I mentioned earlier how Eli is it Eli?
Eli Clausen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ice is has that competitive swinginess to it where it's
Yeah.
like you got to be very handle sensitive.
Oh wait, you mean Eric Clausen?
Eric Clausen,
Yeah,
thank
Eric
you.
Clausen, the dad.
I was like,
yeah.
that's not Eli.
No, the
I'm going crazy.
no, Eli
No.
has not aged that much just yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Eli, take your
Yeah.
time, dude.
Although Eric is very spry for whatever age he is.
Yes. You are only as old as you feel. And I feel 80.
I was going to say I'm 90.
The edge sheets are interesting when you are trying to curl away from the board, and if you don't have enough handle,
Yeah.
it's so line sensitive. It's just either not going to come back or it's just going to hook. So I'm looking forward to sheet A. Sheet A is going to be a fun challenge for us today.
One of the shots that I'm proudest of was on sheet D, where I had to throw one right up against the wall and get to the far wings. I mean, it had to go within an inch of the wall or so, and then tap one through a port. And I made that, and I should have just retired from curling right then, so I'm never going to top that.
I still can't believe I was told to draw to the pin, and I drew to the pin. I should have just left, because I'm never going to do that again.
Was that in your DSC or LSD?
Oh, God, no. Not when it mattered. It was just
Oh,
like a Vice Rocks shot.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like Buck City, with that little bit of an overdraw, still counting 1-2. There's a giant pile of guards. Topper looks like he wants to move some of that around a little bit, and I think it's to their advantage. If they run back off that guard, or if they try to push that yellow that's just touching the 12-foot, it's going to open it up a little bit and move some red around in their favor, I think, based on what the angles looked.
There's certainly a lot of possibilities with this shot, and most of them favor red.
Except for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Red is still buried behind the guard. And the shot rock is about half open, so there is a chance for a pick out, but you definitely need 2 rocks to get rid of both of those. So this is definitely Buck City's advantage. I mean, you could be conservative, put a guard up.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of just putting one full 8 right behind that red. I really like that.
Sure. So it still works somewhat as a guard, but you'd also be 1-2.
Yeah, and 3.
Yeah, if not 1-2-3, yeah.
As you definitely need something in front of the house, in front of the tee line. You got 2. Both of your counters are behind the tee, so it's not guaranteeing you any safety right now. So something that counts and is above the tee would be really to capitalize on Bill's advantage right now.
I suppose I'm supposed to be rooting against Virginia on the basis of some convoluted bet that my skip, Jamie Belfontaine, has with Dave Zimmerman. Of course, I've heard so much about it and still don't understand what's going on. So
apparently they're going for a record of the overall year and bomb spiels.
Yeah, because they've played 5 or 6 of the same spiels. They just keep running into each other.
Yeah.
Well, that shot is almost... Okay, it's not quite... Well, it's a very effective... It's a pretty well-placed guard? Or is there a double?
There is an opportunity for a double. There's 2 opportunities for doubles here, but I don't think any of them are helpful. Because that yellow is now 4th shot.
Right.
So
if he knows it, you're not going to be closer.
Yeah, and I think Topper needs to do the double and roll just to give him a shot at the center line.
Okay.
So the only advantage to this is simply because you just opened up your draw path. So let's see. Everyone's on Skip's rocks right now, it looks like.
One of those times when everything's happening at once.
No hammer shots just yet.
Yeah.
I'm, again, genuinely impressed that sheet A being behind 4 minutes because of a late finish to a last draw. Has managed to come back.
Well, it's because they keep blank ends go fast, and this
That's
looks
right.
like they might be going for another blank. No, well, another second red rock coming in now, I guess, right? So
Gotta
maybe
love
it won't
sheet
be
A.
a blank.
Gotta love sheet A. Here's a good. It looks like it's control weight. You're making contact on the top.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't think it was going to get the second, but it did, and
good double.
Yeah.
Not a great double, but a good double nonetheless. You've opened up the draw path. You're sitting second shot.
No, it's red's first.
Yeah. I want to say that it's first. Oh, there's a better angle here. Sorry. From this angle, it does look like red is 1. I just don't trust
I'm not
the
sure.
angle on the yellow.
I can't say either, really.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's red.
well, every sheet is at almost exactly the same spot, which is
Impressive.
the shot 15. What Ken and I were trying to call the gavel yesterday, and then people got mad at us on the commentary because
the score for sheet D is that yellow is up 4-0, and yellow is currently on their skip's last.
Yeah, that's Tony's last shot. Tony Bomber, not Tony Rockenbach.
There was a lot of requests for Bomber on a feature sheet, and Bomber on commentary, and Bomber for president. The Bomber just seems to be very popular.
He's
With a name like that, there needs to be a jacket and aviators at all times.
Sure.
And I don't know why they haven't just embraced it.
And Tony's shot went nosed it to get rid of a red that's in there. What happened?
Oh no, I'm just loving that shot from Bucks for their last. It's a very enticing right now. Where if red is sitting 1, is the double going to give them 2? And it's not, because if you nose hit, and now they're looking at the fact that it's got to be an angle. They just have to tap a couple of the angles off the red.
Right.
I just was chuckling because it's like it looks like the double would get you 2, but it won't. It's just a well-placed well-placed draw from Bill for Buck City.
All right, Alan McNeil with the hammer for Team McNeil on D to get onto the board. It's a fairly open hit down the middle. I don't know what else is on there. And
just ever wide.
And it did not get there.
But there's a wonderful wiki whack that might have actually been a shot for, like, did they just end up getting 2?
Oh, it couldn't have been 2.
On sheet D?
Well, we'll have to wait till they post it.
Right.
Yep.
So this is.
So we've got hammer
two
on sheet
yellow.
C now.
Yep. Janice Barber for last-minute entry, the very descriptive team name.
Haha.
Okay.
Haha. It was 2 red,
2 red on
sheet
sheet
D.
D.
Oh, okay.
I can take one of my points off the Rob is wrong counter.
There you go.
0 on sheet A. For the previous.
And Janice just ran an opposing rock into the house. What was the result in terms of number of rocks there?
I think it looked 2.
With 2? Okay.
It was a steal
No,
for.
they're being good and hanging it right away.
Yeah,
so is that
good.
a 2 or 3? 2.
2.
2?
Yep.
2. Okay. 2
Steal
yellow.
at 2 for Virginia. Here we go. Skips rock. Final rock of the. The hammer for Topper. On our feature sheet.
Yep.
I think they decided on the angle raise. It's the safer option. You're already, if you are sitting the 1, just promoting one of those guards up, at least 2 feet is going to be perfect. Sweepers are on it, and it is curling a lot. So just make sure you pass that guard and just do a straight draw on its own.
Yeah, plan B is the sneak pass there. Oh, no, but I think yellow shot now.
Yep, they bumped yellow to shot.
Yep. And we've got
hammer on
hammer on sheet A, where they're just making sure that everything is cleaned on the bottom. It's that point in the bond spill where everything feels slightly sludgy, so they just want to make sure there's nothing on the running bands.
So red is sitting 2, no, red is sitting 3 on sheet A.
Sheet A, yes.
And they hung a steal of 1 for yellow on
all
sheet
houses.
B.
Oh.
So sheet A, it's a force on sheet A.
Assuming he makes the draw.
Well, yeah, it's a forced draw for 1.
Yes.
Sweeper's close.
The 1 yellow.
All right, how's that looking, fellas? Keep that sweeping going.
They need
pull
to
the
sweep.
string.
They need to sweep.
Yep, pulled the string on that one.
Oh, now it's just damage control.
Looks like a steal of 3 for
2.
Parent Trap.
Not the one in the back is not counting.
I think it's 2.
I don't know with the angle they're
see.
looking right now.
Yep.
It's definitely 2, possibly 3.
Yep. So.
Here on our feature sheet, our lead on Sake, James, is asked to throw in a corner guard. Sweepers on it just to make sure that you get it. It's coming down a little bit. It looks like it's going to be a 1 if they can get over the hog. Come on, Sweepers. Come on. You got it. There it is. Nice flourish from Randy just to make sure exactly that it gets over the hog line.
So on sheet A, they hung 2 red.
You hung 2 red on sheet A. All right. Guess we're putting that 1. Rob was wrong again. There's a question on the question about sheet D. McNeil is red. Bomber is yellow on sheet D. Oh, for the record, Bomber has a pilot's license. Okay, I'm sorry. If you got a pilot's license,
You've got to wear aviators.
Aviators at all times.
Yes.
Sorry, that's just the rules. I'm not here to make the rules. I'm here to enforce them.
Yeah. Though yesterday he wore a T-shirt for the AUDL championship game that was held in Madison that year.
No, that was right.
Trivia
Team
question.
McNeil was red, isn't it? Not.
I said McNeil's red.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
They
McNeil's
asked
red.
the question
Yeah.
and I answered it. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Trivia question, do you know what AUDL is?
I don't even have a joke for that, so I'm going to say no.
American Ultimate Disc League, which is the semi-pro ultimate
Awesome.
league.
I literally just fell asleep when you said that. Sorry. So I'm a former student at Rutgers, and Rutgers has a disc golf course beside an ultimate frisbee field. So
Okay.
there's a lot of frisbees being thrown on Cook Douglas in Cook Douglas campus at Rutgers. So, however, being at Maryland for the first few months, haven't seen a single hacky sack or frisbee. So I don't know what the heck they teach these kids at University of Maryland, but basketball maybe, I don't know.
Theoretically, journalism, because
A lot of comp sci people and engineers, so
Yeah.
liking that.
they have a very good journalism school for journalism schools. I say that as a journalist who did not go to a journalism school. I got a real education that has left me penniless.
Hey, me too. I got a PhD, which is hilarious. I convinced people to give me one. Fooled them.
I have a master's in liberal studies and a BA in philosophy and music. I have collected useless degrees from Duke.
Oh. I'm going to, out of journalistic integrity, I'm not going to mention my negative feelings about Duke and just change the subject.
My wife went to Carolina.
Your wife is a wonderful woman.
Everyone says that.
And
All right.
you're outnumbered on this broadcast.
Feature sheet. Looks like we're promoting the yellow end, which was definitely not the point of the. I think they were just trying to draw into the house, or at least maybe a guard.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt them too much.
Yeah, not the worst outcome.
Nope.
On sheet C, we have a wall of yellow.
Nothing I love more than seeing a stick curler heave a sledgehammer hit at a wall of counters. That's looking nice. All right. Got the one, which is good. And this feature sheet, Bucks, keep holding that line. Nice. Just squeaked by their second counter, and now Bucks County is hitting 2. Topper does have the center line guard. The question is now, do I go after any hits or do I draw behind? They do have a high 1 corner guard, which is fine to have, especially without hammer. Especially with hammer. But it looks like they're calling for a normal hit. If you hit nose with normal, you will get them both going. A little wobble for Maddy.
That's okay, I have that all the time. Does it need to curl a bit?
It needs to curl a mile. You're going to get the back one, I think, but you're definitely not getting the double.
Yep. Boom.
All right. Not a bad result.
Nope. Getting one of the 2 you needed at this stage, I think it's the definition of a 50% shot.
I am liking the lively warm room that we've got. It's not too loud. Everyone's having a good time.
Yeah, it's not 10 p.m. glitter.
No. Oh God. I have yet to do the glitter, and I need to.
Yes, you do. Or at least come out for it.
Yep. Oh! Somebody watch.
Somebody
hey.
get that. Somebody get that. Carol, yell. Dave, get it. A
Nice
weird
sweep
kind
by
of
Topper.
Bouncy shot.
Good sweep by Topper.
Good.
So, Topper asking Randy, nose hit. Needs to be normal with that line.
Yep. Good.
It's just floating out there, too.
Yeah, not quite parking lot weight, but definitely warm room weight.
Yep.
Not going to hit nose, so I think this is going to fly off.
All
And
right.
away it goes. So, We usually only have open houses twice a year, but we have an open house right now.
Oh, Bo.
Sorry.
Bo.
Sorry.
That was good.
Okay.
Nice job. I like that.
Well, that's why I have a cult following on these things.
Understood. By the way, if you are interested in attending any of our Learn to Curls, any of our corporate outings, or even an open house in the future, please go visit us. What website?
curldc.org. That's right.
Also find us on social media. You do know where we are with YouTube, but I believe we have an Instagram. We've got a Twitter, maybe possibly Facebook.
We do have Facebook, yes.
Got it.
Very nice draw on A from whichever team has yellow. Hogden-Groggy. That was, they just finished up second rots there, and that was a really nice one. Now, red still shot, but boy, any touch in there, and it goes flying out. Sheet D is not an open house, but they're still
sitting 2 for Bomber right now.
Yep.
Allen's on his first, I believe.
Yes.
Can we do an overhead of sheet A right quick? I want to take a look at how that house is arranged, possibly. If you can't, no worries.
There they go.
The second shot for yellow was just thrown, beautifully thrown, nicely paced, and it's buried enough that red just can't pick it out. Red can pick it out, but they're going to lose their shot rock in the process. So the question right now was, what do you throw? Do you go ahead and just go after it and remove both of the rocks in play and keep your shooter around? Just to set yourself up for the end. You got plenty of rocks still, so it's a good chance to set up. So,
and if you're playing the scoreboard,
thank you very much, Tech.
Yep.
Playing the scoreboard. Oh, by the way, I should mention Todd, also a fine graduate of our esteemed university.
Oh,
so
no.
You were outnumbered here.
I mean, I went to Appalachian State, so I mean, like, I really have no skin in this game except for how hilarious it is between you two. When
did you go to Rutgers?
So I did Rutgers for 10 years because I wanted to be a professional student, and they let me.
Okay.
I was there from 2011 to last year.
Okay.
Took a couple years off, and then I graduated from Appalachian in 2011 with a physics degree. Right. And by the way, everyone, it is Appalachian, not Appalachian. Thank you.
I am buddies with one of Rutgers' most distinguished soccer alumni.
Carly Lloyd?
The other one.
Carly Lloyd?
The men's one.
Oh, that's right. Rutgers does have men's soccer.
Yes. Big dude used to have a goatee.
Alexi Lawless?
Alexi Lawless, my buddy, who I know from years of covering soccer. I've spoken with Carly Lloyd once. She was very kind for an interview I did for Guardian Story.
Nice.
And I did go to Rutgers for a game that it was an NWSL game, and I remember that we had to pile in a bus and drive about 10 minutes to go to where they could take showers.
I like that shot from
on sheet A.
From Hogden-Groggy. I think it was great. Sacrifice one red just to get the sacrifice one yellow to get the red out. Now they're sitting 2. And a little bit of a headache for Parent Trap right now. However, they're looking like they're going for angles there, so they're looking at possibly like runs, which you would expect from Parent Trap. We've got Topper throwing his first. He does have hammer. Right now, Buck City is sitting 1, and it looks like I want to say that it was an attempt at a run, but now it looks like it's just over curling a lot. And
I think, did it lose handle?
No, it was a very light one, but it was down all the way with that line.
Okay.
That line, the line that was called needed to be normal up, and one of our faster net takeout weights is called a normal. And the line, for those of you who are listening who don't really know much about curling, we have got 3 different types of shots. We got a guard, we got a draw, and we got a hit. The closer your broom is, which we for our target, the closer the broom is to where you actually want to hit the rock, the faster you need to throw or offer what we say more weight. So if you see a broom really close to the center of a rock, typically we want to throw either something known as peel weight or a normal weight. The further the rock is away from the target, the lesser weight or the not as fast you need to throw there. So right now, looks like there's a conversation between Bill and Ben for Buck City to figure out what the best shot option here is. I think they're just going to try to pile one in between the guard and their shot rock. So look for a draw here from Bill. But you know me, I've got a count of 4 on to how many times I've been wrong. For our Bomber fans, we are in the 5th end on sheet D. And I believe Bomber did at least have a positive score, if not a blank, because they are the first to throw, and we'll get a score from them eventually. We are on Skips Rocks on C. I believe we're on Hammer on C now from Zimmerman. For Virginia, they are sitting 1, and their red is sitting 2nd shot, if you're taking a look at our side view there. So I think it's just going to be a draw for 2, if not maybe a runner, but I think this is a draw for 2. Dave helping out on the sweep. Looks like he might have pulled the string a little bit on that one. I believe that is a... Oh, I was wrong. Dave was not on Hammer. My bad. I couldn't see the red shot, everyone. I couldn't see the red rock in the house. So that was Dave's last for Virginia in the 4th. And here is the Hammer for sheet B with Topper. Looks like it's going to be a run. Line looks much better, but it needs to curl a bunch. Sweepers are on it. Just needs to curl, needs to curl. All right. So that looks to be a steal of 1 for Buck City on sheet B. And on sheet C, we are about to get our hammer shot. The hammer shot for real this time. Looks like it could be a pick, depending on how much they can see of it. If they can hit firm, get a good chunk of it, they might be able to sit 2.
Looks like Bomber got 4 on that last game.
Bomber got 4?
Yep, they're looking like they're at a...
Wow.
8-2 lead now for Team Bomber.
Good pick out for 1 for our last minute entry.
Yep.
Virginia is up 2 after 4 on sheet C. On sheet A, we are in Skips Rocks. Ben's going down for Hogden Groggy to get ready to throw his first. Andy has Hammer this end. Yellow is sitting for a 2nd shot, and it looks like they're probably going to go through that port to go after the red shooter, the red shot rock, I mean. An update on sheet D, we are 8-2 in favor of yellow, Team Bomber. On sheet C, we are 4-2 in favor of yellow, our friends from Team Virginia.
They're not our friends. No.
One yellow.
I didn't say that.
We love you, Dave.
I did not say that.
That's right. It's just that, yeah, Dave and Jamie just have that bad.
When it's Jamie versus Dave, I root for chaos because it's funnier.
Oh, we have chaos.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are still 5 and unders, so it is just chaos.
Oh, they'll have chaos when it's 20 and over.
All right, so we got an over curl on Ben's first.
Yeah.
The question is, how much of that can they see on the yellow 2nd shot versus the shooter? It looks like they are discussing the guard. Looking like there's going to be a 3 guard to protect the red. And I absolutely want to thank our random chat bot for all the emojis that they threw in the chat room. Thank you. Please leave us alone.
Hi, chatbot.
However, they do call themselves the best chat. So, I mean, like, when has a chat bot ever lied to us?
Wait, the name is the best chat?
Tinder chat.
Yeah.
Best chat.
Yes.
Yes.
Chat.
Okay.
We can block that, you know.
We can.
What do we want?
But first, always report before you block. Always report before blocking. Help your web devs out. Whenever you see bots like that, report, then block. Really nice draw behind the stagger centerline guards for red. To sit. Oh, right cover pin, back tee.
Wow.
Which was really nice, but Bucks is like, all right, anything you can do, we will probably do ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're going to get Steve to do a draw
And I just
to out
noticed,
count.
that JD, who threw that shot, has his phone in his back pocket,
Cool.
which is contrary to the safety instructions we give to newbies at every event. But James surely knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he was a fighter pilot. He lives on the edge.
He lives on the edge. That's right.
Insert any track from any of the Top Gun soundtracks.
Well, another guard for that red shot on the button.
Whether you want it or not.
Well, Topper, what are you going to do, buddy? The question is going to be, you know that you've got plenty of rocks that they can manage to move those guards around if they need to. Do you add to the pile, or do you try to take advantage of it and try to set some counters here? And it looks like he was
Yeah, I mean, basically,
a three-guard, but
you don't want a halfway biting, and then it's at least counting.
right. But you also don't want to give yourself an opportunity where they can slash double, because you're going to go for it, because why not? But oh wow, that thing came wide,
Oh,
and then
boy.
all of a sudden just dropped down.
Right.
I'm not even going to say it was a pick. That looked like it was a light handle. And this ice is very handle sensitive right now.
I think that looked like a troll reached up from the
Ben-
ice and just stopped it.
Ben for Hogden Groggy. Here's the hammer shot for sheet A. Needs to be a raised double. Gets contact on the one. And it is a steal of one red for Parent Trap.
Okay.
We are going into the fifth end, 5-0 on sheet A in favor of Parent Trap. So we are now officially in the back half of all the games with, after a reset timer, about 1 hour to go for the last four ends, which is good.
Yeah, plenty of time. I think we came closest to missing it in our game. Against Virginia. And then played about a 30-minute last in against Virginia.
Our team refuses to allow us to be that close to the timer. We're like, nope, just hurry up, speed it up.
Dave also a member of Triangle, I believe.
And an official.
Yep.
Who went to officiate for the U.S. Mixed Doubles National Championship.
Okay.
We were in the same officials class for Potomac
And
during the event known as the 2020 Club Nationals here at Potomac.
Yes.
The super spreader event that it was during the before times.
I like to think of it as an early adopter, so I caught COVID ahead of the curve.
I was there for every draw. I was an official for every draw. I hugged people goodbye on Sunday. Somehow managed to not catch it.
You know, your fellow official, Alan McNeil, was the same way.
Yes, I know, and
Yes.
so is Dave. It was
Oh,
very
really?
weird.
So the officials didn't catch it, but your webcasters, like me, we caught it.
Well, Alan McNeil he actually got something else. He just had a cold, and he was out.
He had a cold, and he was convincing everybody that entire event, he's fine, he's
Right.
fine. And we're all like, dude, this is not the best time for this to be happening. Go home and chill, please.
And he did.
But I will say he did a fantastic job organizing and maintaining that event during the chaos that it was. So
Yeah.
Alan did a great job with that.
Disease aside, it was a great event.
All right. Nice job opening it up a bit.
Yep.
Got rid of 2 yellow guards,
Unlocked a bit. So.
but replaced it with another yellow guard.
There's enough separation. There's
Yeah.
enough distance. It's not bad at all.
Can work with that.
I'm sure Topper's not very pleased that that's gone. He was very much enjoying having that protection. Putting it back. Protecting his 1.
Speaking of Alec McNeil, I do not like his situation right now. Where Tony Bomber is throwing. Trying to freeze probably to the one that's in the back and would be, yeah.
Looks like top 4 sitting 1 now.
Yeah. So,
Shrugging at his team.
yeah.
They're looking at it from here. You're like, oh, there's a good double. There's a really high red guard that's in the way of all of it. So you can try to pick it out, but they need it to be. They need rocks and houses right now. Being down by 6, a pick out's not going to help Allen.
Right.
Needing to put more red in the house is the key here. They can throw. If they can throw hack, they might be able to push it and keep a counter. They just have to worry about that second shot as theirs in the back house. So,
Yeah, this could be a short game. But yeah, Allen, an official, and basically a great guy to have in this spot. And not just saying that because I heard you say complimentary things about me on the last webcast. He is also
Wait,
a
somebody
fantastic webcaster.
somebody complimented you? How wonderful.
Yeah,
How did it make you feel?
confused.
I'm always like that. I am always like that. All right, a little bit of an over curl on Ben's first here from Buck City. Giving Topper an opportunity. If you nose hit this just right, you'll be sitting 3. It'd be even nicer if you could just come up, if you just get to just cross the nose enough to just flop over to the center line. Having those 3 counters would be a really great thing. This looks like, I would say, control weight hit. So there's going to be a little bit of some curl that's going to happen with this hit. But any contact nose would be great.
On sheet D, it looks like Allen did indeed pick out that rock, but of course, as you're saying, that's not going to give them the bundle of points that they need.
Yeah, Allen looks like he's sitting wide open right now, so it looks like it might be Bomber. An airstrike from Team Bomber.
I was going to say bombs away.
All right. If anybody has any suggestions for airplane-related puns, there's the chat room, especially since I think a lot of you are here for Bomber. Any puns is great.
Only 17 of you? More than this for the last
It was
one?
just 30. It was just 30. I think
It was just 30?
I think, like, if you acknowledge their presence, it just drops by half.
Okay.
Don't look directly at chat, okay? That's what they say on Twitch all the time. Don't look directly at chat.
Well, wait, did we report the chat bot?
Because we can do that. Just
No.
click on that.
No, we need the viewers.
But now we're back to 31. See? Something's going on.
Oh, nice. All right, Bomber. Boom. Oh, it jams. I can't see from this angle if that is any real assistance for Allen.
I believe that they're sitting second. That jam is a second shot.
Okay. Does Allen have a shot at 2 here?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
It's just everything so far to the wall side in the back house.
Yeah.
Get your 1. Get your 1 and
shake hands.
I wouldn't say shake hand. No, you got
No?
plenty of time. This is only the 5th. Just get your 1, get that momentum building. You don't ever want to. This is a bonspiel.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be a little bit competitive, but don't ever count yourself out. As long as you can get 1, carry that momentum. Just because you're in the 5th out of 8 does not mean you're out.
We were talking about it after the 6th. maybe shaking hands, but then we had a game that came down to at least to the penultimate shot, and if that had been an inch farther, it would have come down to the last shot. We would have had a very good chance of tying.
I'm not a fan of conceding early unless you as a team are just not feeling it. If you're not in it, that's one thing. But if you're like down 6, you get your 1 and your team's like, let's keep going, let's keep this momentum going. Staying in it, that mental fitness is always great. This is no matter what, this is a very skills and mental game. So if you're feeling like you can keep going, keep going. And right now with Topper, I will say, like, this sake team has actually been fighting nicely.
Yeah.
So they've been a prime example of this idea. As long as you stay in it and everyone's on board, like, this has been a good fight. Even though the scoreboard they're down 2, they've been in it. So
at the beach field, we shook hands whenever they wrapped the scoreboard on us, which happened in all 3 games. Allen's shot came up short. I don't know what that means results-wise.
Yeah,
but
that I see a glove coming off. Yep.
Yeah, 1 yellow on sheet D.
Yeah, and that's 9-2, and I mean the advantage of playing the 6th end is that you don't have to move all the rocks back down. Oh no, I'm not going to distract Janice while she's got it.
Handshakes on D.
Okay, that is over.
But don't you fret. They have another game coming up. Everyone's got the 4-game guarantee this weekend.
Oh,
so
boy, yeah.
Everybody here will be, I think, in the morning tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, do we have a jacuzzi? Or a massage therapist? Advil? We do have Advil.
Let me just talk to the.
I know that I'm playing at 10:15 tomorrow, which is better than playing at 7:30, which is what I did today.
So everybody that is playing at Friday 5 p.m. will be playing at Saturday 1:15 tomorrow. So
everyone else is probably playing at some point in the morning? Oh, no, I guess the first draw is at what?
Well, actually, I apologize. The board sheets will be playing at 1:15 tomorrow. Our central sheets, so Bucks, Saki, and then last minute entry, and Virginia will be playing at 3:30 tomorrow. So
wow.
That's been nice to have a 4-game guarantee here.
Yeah.
So they lost this one, but they will definitely be playing tomorrow.
And it's looked out for me because I play at 10:15, and the earliest we would play after that is 6:30, more likely 8:45 if we advance. And so I can make my rehearsal from 4 to 6 in Silver Spring.
What are you rehearsing?
Rehearsing a terrible rock show.
Is that the name of the? Is that what it's called?
No, it's called the School of Rock Adult Program. But
You knew what you meant. Yeah.
yeah, I've done about 8 of these. My confidence in this one has not materialized yet, but you know, it's still early.
Hey, it's called rehearsal.
It's called rehearsal.
There
That's
it
right.
is. There it is.
Going back to your earlier conversation, Brian says that, for the record, Bomber has a pilot's license.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we've
I do. I mean,
got that
looking at
Oh, you
the
did see that? Okay.
looking
Yeah.
at the drop down, I really like the fact that every rock is in play on sheet C, with Virginia sitting 1, 2, and 3, and here's Dave's first. So this is our skips first for Virginia, and Virginia does have hammer here. So the question is going to be, what do you do here to get yourself more than 3 if possible? And it seems like it might just be another guard,
No, it's going to crash on the red.
but the weight itself is a guard weight.
Oh, well, yeah, the guard. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's guard.
which is good because
Yeah.
if it were heavier, it could knock that red in. So
Yeah.
if you are Janice, you essentially have to draw the other direction.
With
Yeah.
Janice, I think what you would probably benefit from would be some sort of 3-rock multi-ball situation to clear out all the guards.
And by the way,
Or right now, the draw, yes.
Yeah.
and
Draw
be-
to outcount.
and because that was a guard, we still have all rocks in play.
Yeah.
I do sometimes think that you should have the option of installing a ramp.
Bumper curling. Bumper curling.
Actually, in the hangover spiel, we had to where on sheet C, in fact,
I
you
think
see.
that was hammer on sheet B.
That was
So
hammer on sheet B,
two
Topper
red.
getting your 2, and we now have a 1-put game on sheet B.
All right.
They stuck in that end on us.
Yes, they did. Yeah, actually, in the hangover spiel on sheet C, if you put a rock in that house that's 3/4 of the way down for juniors, that acted as a portal, you could move it to the same spot within
Watching
the
sheet
house
C
itself.
here, the draw
Yeah.
attempt looks heavy. It's just going to
pretty
go
awesome.
back. Is it going to outcount? No, not going to outcount anything.
I do like the fact that you can play with portals for that game. That's pretty clever.
That was fun.
There's a lot of conversation from Hogden Groggy on sheet A. So sheet A, it looks like yellow is sitting 1, and we are in
This is
the first of 2 for Ben.
Yeah, first skip rock for Ben.
So the question here is, okay, where are we going to put this that's going to force Parent Trap to make a difficult shot, and can we get a multiple on this? They've got some tap support from the guards, and I don't want to mess. And you shouldn't mess with those because those are kind of helping you right now.
So Dave Zimmerman's
yeah,
just throwing out his throwing away his skip rock on
Yeah.
sheet C.
Yeah, that's the
sheet
smart.
C, that's
Nothing he can do with it.
Smart move.
Which
Yep.
means if it gets across the hog line, all 16 rods will have been in play.
Well, he pushed it. He kicked it down there.
Virginia now will go up
So-
7-2 after 5.
Yeah.
I think we've got a decision made by Ben for Hogden Groggy. And it seems like it's going to be a wide draw. I don't hate this at all. As long as you can get buried behind that red corner guard. It ideally would be top 8. If you can get top 8, even if it's like maybe 3/4 buried, show a sliver, having that top 8 is great. T, you just give an opportunity for Parent Trap to just, come in and out count. Or with a hack weight hit. So it definitely needs to be second shot, full 8.
On sheet C, the lead's favorite shot, throw it through.
Yeah, our lead, Kate Trella, way too excited in the last end to be throwing it through.
Oh, I'm wrong. That's a guard. So if they were trying to throw it through, that was a really terrible shot, but I'm sure that's not what they were trying to do. They only had one sweeper, although, well, no, sometimes Bobbie doesn't sweep, so that's, there's really no need for Bobbie to sweep there, so. Actually, where is Bobbie? Yeah, looks like Bobbie has left the ice. Oh, Bobbie's doing okay. Bobbie Todd, heavily involved in DEI efforts within the curling community, doing great work there. Working with our own Courtney Shaw at times.
I really wish they had more of the Gold Line had more of the black curl magic hoodies. I want one so bad. I've got the broom.
Okay.
I've got the T-shirt. I really want the hoodie. If you don't know what the Black Curl Magic apparel is with Gold Line, please check it out. The design is gorgeous.
I will check that out. I was not aware of that myself.
My friend Deb Martin from the Plainfield Curling Club.
Oh, Deb.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who was my former mixed doubles partner before I decided,
kidding.
hey, bye New Jersey, I got a job in Maryland. So if Deb Martin ever hears this, I'm so sorry for leaving. I miss mixed doubles.
Well, no. Deb has to move here.
I don't think Char would like that.
She has to come too. We would be thrilled to have the two of them here.
What is it with Potomac poaching
Taking all the Plainfield
Plainfielders?
people?
There are so many Plainfield, and of course my friends are in Plainfield. Like, you are coming back, right? You are only on a temporary loan, and I'm like, I don't know.
This is the place
For-
to live, man.
4-sheet club. I will say, I'm not really a big fan of the driving here, but other than that, 4-sheet club.
Well, if you live close enough to the club.
I do. It's still a bad drive.
Oh, I live in Virginia. I do not play in leagues. Those two statements are related.
All right, let's take a look at sheet A. While Maddy is throwing their first, I believe their first of two. Back to the skulls sessions on sheet A for Hogged and Groggy, just to figure out what exactly they need to throw here. It looks like Parent Trap is sitting 1.
Yeah, let's go with the all-house view. Let's.
Yeah, and if you take, I think there's a chance that if you, with weight, you get a good thick piece of it, you might. Oh, I don't know. I think you can only see half of it. Where Ben wants to hit, I don't think he can hit it.
Not with enough weight. You can tap it with that, but you can't. You need a lot of weight. Yeah.
I mean,
you
have to do it.
Yeah.
But the question now becomes, looking at it, I don't know what shot is. Because from this angle, it looks like red, but I know better than to trust the view.
No, it's definitely, it's red by a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't trust it, and I'm a scientist, so you got to be skeptical. Measure is more important.
You know, I should tell you that I mentioned at some point that I tell newbies that if you asked, I'll tell the story after the hammer on A. Ben giving this a big clean.
So what are the chances if they make this hit, but the red jams on the yellow and behind the tee line there?
Actually, don't put that in the universe because that is a more than 0% chance. All right, hammer on A is away. Sweepers are close. They're just waiting for the line call. There's the line call right now, holding it for line.
Not enough.
Not enough, yep.
Nope. Bonk.
So 1 red.
1 red.
On sheet A. So Parent Trap goes up 6-0.
6-0 after 5.
Yep.
And while we were looking at that, on our feature sheet, Topper calling for a draw behind the high guard and got it from, I believe, Randy. I believe that was Vice's first. So now we are with Ben for Bucks's first Vice Rocks being asked, hey, peel the guard. We don't need it.
So the story on the physicist was I mentioned, I think at some point on Discord, I said that I've been telling newbies that if you were to try to explain the physics of curling, if you asked 10 different physicists, you would get 8 different answers. Craig Marquardt replied, I'm a physicist and I'm offended at that. If you were to ask 10 different physicists, you would get 12 different answers.
Yeah, because there is not any one reason. there are multiple physics reasons for the curl.
I'm just going to put this out there. You don't need a reason. There's a wonderful video, Smarter Every Day is a YouTube video.
I've seen that guy,
That video is an amazing video on the physics of curling. So I don't need to reinvent the wheel. Smarter Every Day, physics of curling. Check out that video. Really well done.
Yeah.
So that it's pretty interesting that we still don't understand the physics of the sport. And I mean that literally. We still don't know the physics of the sport. We know how to use it.
Yeah.
And they put that, Topper's team put that guard right back where the other one was, where the peeled guard was.
Well, I at some point will furiously argue with people about directional sweeping.
I feel like, as somebody, I would say that I'm a pretty good sweeper. I don't like to say positive things about me, but I think my one strong suit is sweeping. And this ice, directional is available if you know how to apply pressure or broom speed on it. So if you are an okay sweeper, if you don't have a lot of brush head speed or a lot of weight on the broom, the directional is not helping. So you have to put extra on the broom to get the directional to be of consequence. But I've seen on this ice that you can definitely directional sweep. What's your opinions on the directional sweep? I realize I cut you off.
I just want my skips to shut up about it.
Oh, Jamie.
Actually, Jamie isn't the one who really pushes me on it.
He is a skip, though.
Yeah, he is a skip, but he's nice. He's nice enough to me not to push me on it.
What?
Yeah.
Jamie's nice?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Y'all heard it. All 28 of you, you heard it. Jamie Belafonte.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Did I say his last name right?
Bellefontaine.
Bellefontaine?
Yeah.
Eh.
You're thinking of Harry Belafonte.
See, that's what I was thinking, and I kind of want to stick with it.
Sorry?
It makes Jamie that much more cooler.
Yeah, sure. Harry Belafonte, one of the best guests ever on The Muppet Show.
I'm sorry. OK Go is the best guest on the Muppet Show.
They were on
No,
the
they
Muppet
never
Show?
did it. No, they did a music video. It was great.
Oh yeah, they've done a lot of great music videos.
However, I will say that my favorite Muppets-related or puppet-related music video is Ben Folds 5 did a music video with the Fraggles in 2012. Great song, great music video. Also, who doesn't love Fraggles?
It's true. And who doesn't love Ben Folds?
And one of her teams in this spiel is named for a music video. Can you name it?
One of the
No.
team names?
Are they on the ice right now?
No, not right now. No.
McNeil. No, sorry.
Curl down for what?
Oh yeah. That's right. Curl down for what?
All right, that wasn't embarrassing at all. Okay, great.
I have to sing Whip It in the show that I'm doing.
Whip it?
Whip It.
Whip it good.
Whip It good. Sing it bad. Because it's not really even singing. It's like, give me a song to sing as opposed to just sort of get by on attitude. You know, Sheet C, this is shaping up as a fairly decent end for last-minute entry.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
And then I realized that any normal weight hit on that top red, you lose both. And I think that's exactly what Dave is looking at right now.
Yep. Dave hit 2 miraculous shots against us this morning to prolong that game and nearly hit a third, missed it by about an inch.
Never give Dave an opportunity to show off his skills because Dave will take the opportunity. He is a showman after all. He loves to show off his skills.
Yeah.
And he's very good.
Well, that Buck City's attempt there did him more harm than good. Put up a guard right where they don't want one.
Yeah, and that check that bend over check from Bill just to see how bad it is.
Yeah. Well, the run back is there, yes, but tight.
But it's just enough that if you can.
What is Jamie asking me about?
I'm sorry. I just gotta say, looking in the warm room to see all my friends here, seeing so many people that I've curled with, and people who I want to curl like I'm looking at Scott Dunham right now, my friend Brian Downheim. It's so great to see all these people. This is my first real Bonspiel in over a year, so it's been nice to see all of these people, especially new faces that I'm learning being a new member of this club. If you ever get a chance to come visit the Potomac Curling Club, please check us out at curldc.org. Any events that we have, we want to have you come by. Dave
Only got 1 of the 3, and
Dave.
in fact, that 1 didn't even go far enough.
So Dave's got. Wait.
Dave's got 1 more shot.
Dave's got 1 more shot. Just put it back exactly where you. Is that Janice? You said.
Yeah,
Janice.
Yeah, Janice.
Barber.
I think if Janice puts it exactly where she had it last, she's setting herself up for a beautiful end there. And Topper comes down just about, I would say, 2 feet short from ideal. Bill does have a shot for the run back to sit 2, but it's going to be very finicky if they can find it. He's lining it up right now where he wants to sit. It can't be nose. It needs to be high side nose. you want it to hit and stick. If you hit nose on that red, they're lining up right now, you are going to make contact with the red, but you are going to lose your shooter. So they need to sit. So when we talk about something on the high side, that means that you're sitting to wherever your target is. The rock, when it hits the object rock, stays on that side of the position of the rock. So since the target is to the left, you want to hit just left of the nose to stay on the high side. So here's Bill.
What? Sorry.
It was an impromptu explanation that I failed.
Okay. Basically, they want to run theirs in and have it stick.
But it's curling. Yeah, it's curling a lot. If it over curls enough, you might spill that red over.
Does nothing.
That seemed less than
So
ideal.
one red.
That looks like one red
Steal
for
of one.
Yep.
Are we tied?
We're
Look,
tied.
we are tied going into the last two.
Wow, this is the first. I think it's the first session we've had in a while where our feature game has been the closest.
How did everything go on sheet C? It looks like I don't see a red on there, so either they were light or they were heavy.
Did they throw a guard that wound up there on the sponsor logo?
I wasn't watching.
All right. Well, it looks like it looks like the same house that it was just when we got distracted with sheet B's
So I don't know
hammer.
what just through there. So Dave has a draw for.
Needs a counter. He needs to do full 8,
Yeah.
half buried, to salvage this end. He can come and freeze to the back house, and it looks like that's what it is. It looks a little hot. You can maybe take both of those reds out. Nice curl. Oh. So it lost its handle at the 4-foot. And I think that if it would have kept the handle going, they would have probably pushed back the red. But
So we're going to try chipping it out,
So
I guess.
A shot for, if you were to be really lucky, 5. But I don't. But more realistically,
looking at this angle, they see about a third. So if they pick it out, it'll be a pick out for 4.
okay. People are dancing on the ice on B.
That's my favorite.
Okay. Oh, and doing shots.
Because that's how you should celebrate being tied right now.
That's right. Who is that with JD and Maddy?
I do not know.
I think it might be Maddy's parents are here with her.
Maddy's parents? Okay.
All right, here is Janice's hammer shot.
Oh, it's past the guard. It's going to get the yellow. It's going to get the yellow out.
Nicely done.
Wow.
The question, though, is it for 4 or is it for 5? Because I'm looking at that red over there.
50% health.
1, 2, 3. Looks like it's 4,
Yeah, that's 4.
but they're checking to make sure. Count them up. We've got for red 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, there you go. You got to 4. You still want to get to 5 somewhere, don't you?
And now we got a game on sheet C. We've got Virginia up 7-6 after 6 ends.
And I was able,
Exciting action on both B and C here.
and I was able to show my message to Janice that they have to beat Dave so Jamie can win their ridiculous bet. Now, time-wise, they'll be fine.
If anyone is taking 30 minutes for this end,
I hope not, because I don't want to be any later than I'm already am in the late draw. So.
you're 10 o'clock as well?
Yeah, well, 10:30 now at best, yeah, but yeah.
No, Ken, you take that back. I'm also at 10 o'clock. We're manifesting 10 o'clock. We're not manifesting 12:30.
We're going to go jump on the ice regardless?
No. This will be my 3rd night in a row that I'll be playing after 9 o'clock at this club. And you'd think living 15 minutes away from here, it shouldn't be I want to go to bed before 2.
Yeah.
I want to go to bed before 2.
I left Vienna, Virginia this morning at 6:15.
Okay. What does that mean?
It means I had a very early draw.
Oh, in the morning?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So,
yes, there's a 6:15 a.m.
Little thing about me. Yeah. I love an 8 a.m. draw. I love an 8 a.m. draw.
Okay.
Because I am a morning person, and I am the only person on the ice that wants to be there at 8 a.m. Would you like to know what my record is for 8 a.m. draws?
Unbeaten.
Undefeated.
All right.
I've been curling since the Sochi Olympics. Undefeated. Now, 9 a.m., I've lost a couple. 10 a.m., I've lost a couple. But 8 a.m., undefeated.
I was undefeated in Spiels until I decided to enter ones that had teams from outside Potomac. and played with a skip other did not play with Michael Dobbs. Yes, I am the 2020 Big Steel champion. It was, of course, my stellar lead play. Had nothing to do with the fact that I was with Michael Dobbs. Oh, dear. That is... Oh, I didn't realize there was a rock there on A.
All right.
A is complicated.
Well, it appears complicated because of all those corner guards.
Yes, but they're not really guarding much.
But right now, Parent Trap needs an off center line guard. And right now, Ben is like, dude, please let me get one on the board. Just let me get one on the board.
I was hoping he'd count off all those corner guards.
Count off?
Is it 1, 2, 3?
Oh, I'm not going to count all the corner guards like that. I got my 4 spot. I got to have my Vic moment. I'm happy.
Happy? Don't need to do it again. Okay.
No. I'm reserving it only for in the house.
And only if they get more than 4. You've done the 4, now you have to wait for somebody to get 5.
Yeah, I haven't done it for 3, so I can't really just say I want to do it for 3 too.
I've been in this club for 12 straight hours.
Leave, Bo.
Yep. Yeah, I've been here for 12 hours too, and I can't leave because I got another 5 hours to go yet.
Yeah, same. I was here at 11 o'clock. I had a 12 o'clock draw, and then I got that really weird no man's land. I could go home. I could go to Starbucks, but at the same time, I'm like I could just stay and try to commentate. This is my first being a commentator here at Potomac, so I'm like, I'll just try.
Was that a really fantastic shot on B, or am I imagining things?
It was a really fantastic shot on B.
Okay.
Should we do the replay?
It was kind of
Let's do the replay. Why not?
Kind of like a double takeout and roll.
Let's see. There we go. Replay on sheet B.
Looks like a good solid double with a roll.
Look at that.
That wasn't a full double.
Not a full double, but.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Has anyone said anything interesting in the chat recently?
No.
Last comment was the fact that the Tinder chat bot said that they're the best chat. So, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Okay, well, I have to apologize to people on Tinder. I'm married.
All right, Ben,
sorry,
Ben
ladies.
Ben is throwing their hammer shot on sheet A right now. This is to get through the port for 1. It's a small port.
On A? Yeah.
On A.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Sweepers are on there, going for directional.
Oh, can he hold the line?
And you're on the guard.
Yellow
No,
7.
couldn't quite hold the
Yellow
line.
5. Yellow 6.
Red is
Yellow
sitting.
6.
Red is sitting 2 on sheet A. And that's
Okay.
handshakes
Yeah.
on sheet A.
Yep.
So they did through the last rock, right?
Yes.
So it counts 2 more on red.
Yep, so
Yep.
that's an 8-0 final.
So we've only got action on our feature sheet and our side sheet, sheets B and C.
Okay.
Don't worry, for those of you who are fans of Ogden Groggy, they do have a game later. We get 4 games here. We are just now in our second pool of play, so we had 2 games for our first pool. Everyone gets shuffled for the next pool, and then playoffs will begin after everyone's 4th games.
I'm trying to see who we play next, if that is known.
I'm staring at my next opponents.
Actually,
You're staring at them?
Yeah,
at 6.
at 10.
Oh, them?
Yeah.
Jeez, sorry.
Kind of worried.
Yeah.
But you know what? If
It's
you
for
want
the
to be
increment
great, you got to
when I
be
go to
great
half.
players. So
I don't want to be great.
My goal in life is to be consistently mediocre.
Okay.
And everyone laughs at that, but I'm like, mediocre is 50%. If I could be consistently 50%, that's pretty good.
I am playing TBD.
Well, I hope you do well,
That's
whoever they are.
That's right.
All right, so let's take a look here at our feature sheet.
No, it's wrong.
Randy throwing their second for Sake. Feels like an attempt at a draw. I'm not really sure.
Feel like making the.
There's a lot of curl there. I like it.
Boy, it certainly did. Yeah. It took a fortuitous turn.
What's this? Where's that one?
Oh, nice. Okay.
But where's that one at?
Where's that
That's,
one?
that's should be.
That's big.
Oh, good. I don't know where the changer is for that one.
Yeah, right there.
It was a good attempt for the draw. Red is sitting 1 and 4 right. Yeah, 1 and 4 right now.
Oh, no,
So yellow's got a wide open hit, but the port's pretty small, so you might want to throw a bullet at it. I'm thinking like good control up, so 10-second hit. You just want to make sure you get through the port. That's the first and foremost important thing. Looks a little wide, needs to curl a little bit. There's the curl now. Oh, it's curling. Hitting that red. Yep. All right, that's fine. It opens it up for another hit later. Always about giving yourself options here.
As I tell newbies, this is called curling and not straightening.
Am I on? 5?
Okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Okay. Yeah,
So Topper's coming down here for what's his plan? Put right back where it was. Is that the drawing?
I didn't see what he called.
It's like, do you guard the current shot rock in the back of the house, or do you try drawing in a better one? That broom, I think he's trying to guard. Doesn't seem like enough. It seems like too much broom to just be drawing behind cover.
Okay, I'm back. Who said I was gone? I had to put on my outerwear because the warm room is not as warm as it felt earlier. As I cooled down for my game.
So Maddy and
nice
JD
little-
waiting for it to curl a little. Okay, they got the curl. Coming down. How deep do you want it is the question here. Leave it there to guard. Yep.
Yeah.
Leave it right there. Don't
Okay.
over curl. Over curled. So
Yeah.
there's a heavyweight hit at that shot rock.
Can you hit that?
Oh yeah, that's what they're going for. That's like control weight they're going for.
Well, I couldn't hit
Or
that. Could
even
you hit
down
that, Ken?
weight. Oh yeah, there's a lot of space between that. I could even do that on a good day.
Okay. And how much of it can you see?
Oh, all of it.
All of it?
Yeah, no, I don't like that broom. I mean, because they're going to have to go pretty heavy. And at that broom, it seems like it might overcurl and miss, even if it makes it through the port.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong screen. I'm sorry. I was looking at sheet B, and I was looking at, or sheet C, and I was looking at sheet B. On sheet B, that would have been a much tougher shot, Ken. Just saying. Although they're trying to get through this port and get that red. It's past the guard. It's going to hit to the outside of that red. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's
fine.
3. Yep.
That's a great hit.
Oh, boy.
Bucks sitting 3 now.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, Maddy and JD overswept that guard a little bit.
So this is Topper's last. And I actually like this call. I like the idea of just like drawing to freeze to that back. If not,
Yeah,
light to it.
it's
a fresh.
It's about all you have, isn't it?
Really is the only thing that you've got.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, you could do the exact same hit that that Bill just threw and try to come in off of that way. It is there, but this is the better, I think, better percentage shot is to draw on the side.
Yeah.
Topper releasing for his last. Just trying to do damage control right now. Get a single in there. Make it difficult for Bill to get a multiple.
Is it curling? No, it's going wide.
No,
I
that
don't think
is.
is it? Oh, it might get a piece.
If it sticks around, all right.
Okay,
So-
that's out counting one. I'm counting two of them. I don't know.
Is this
I
a
don't
hit
know.
for 4?
This is a wide open hit for 4.
Yep. Quick look at sheet C. Things are not looking so bad for Janice Barber and last minute entry. Dave is trying to do something to stem the
Yeah, I think he wants to draw down the freeze to the red one.
Yeah. To me, a freeze one of the most difficult shots in curling because it has to be so precise.
Line and weight.
You have an opportunity. I mean, like, you can get some separation. You don't need a freeze here. A bump's going to be okay. You just need to get to it.
Is it going to curl enough?
No, I flipped it just a hair wide, but it's curling nicely
Oh,
now.
now it's curling. Now look at that move.
A lot of finish towards the end there.
Wow, that was yes, it was a lot of finish.
But Janice can hit that, I think. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you can
Yeah.
see about. You should be able to see about I would say
All of it.
3/4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a nice
Up.
hit from Bill from Bucks for 4.
4.
All right,
Well,
four yellow.
So that's 1, 2, 3,
Three.
4 for Buck City.
count
and
them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And
that is
it's
handshakes.
handshakes. Wow.
Team Saki says I had enough. Congratulations, Buck City, with Dave Rueter. I hope I'm saying that name right. Steve Turner, Bill Hallman, and Bill Rueter. Taking a win over Team Saki from Potomac County, Potomac Curling Club, sorry. But fear not, Team Topper fans, they will be playing later, I want to say tomorrow afternoon, either 1:25 or 3:30. So now we're shifting over to our side feature sheet, sheet C. Janice preparing to throw their last. And the goal right now is they can see enough of that yellow that Dave just threw down. So if you get a hit and stick, they'll be counting 3, forcing Dave into a draw for 1. So that's a really good way to end the 7th.
That would be a great result for him.
Calling for the sweep early.
I think the weight's good.
It needs to curl. They need to hold that line because it's curling a lot right now. You're on the yellow guard.
Oh, I did not realize there was a yellow guard because
Yep.
I did not see it in my screen.
All right, so Dave's got an open draw with some
2.
backing for 2.
Okay.
They just need to be touching 4 for their deuce. If they can touch 4 for their deuce, they have a 3-point advantage going in. Right now, they've got a 2-point advantage going into the next end.
Topper finally taking a Strambui. Of course, I'm the one who always gets ginger ale when we're doing the shots. So.
Oh no, you're not the only one. I don't
no.
drink.
Yeah.
I very rare. I mean, I like Scotch, but I very rarely drink, and I get made fun of that a lot for not drinking.
I just have my 1 beer of the day. That's my
I
max.
picked the two. I picked the 2 sports to love that's got a lot of drinking involved, which is rugby.
I was about to say
and
rugby.
curling.
My wife was a rugby player. I know shoot the boot and all those nasty things.
Okay, Dave Zimmerman with the hammer.
Dan, I see that there are Topper fans out here. Wonderful. Well, they will be playing tomorrow for sure. They get 4-game guarantee here. Also, Dan, aren't you also playing? What are you doing in the chat room?
Oh, Dave
it's
just misses that guard.
I think it might have touched it a little bit anyway.
Just misses
Looks
that
like
guard,
he's
and
got
that's
his
That was
two.
a
good for
beautiful
two.
draw for 2.
Okay.
And that's after 7 ends. Virginia's taking the 3-point lead going into the last. And that is a look of relief on Zimmerman's face right now.
So the only action we have is on sheet C.
The lead's favorite shot, through.
Yep. Through and a little bit wide, it looks like.
I'm weird. I'm actually a big fan of the draw. If I'm up 3, just draw in the house. No guards.
Right, and make them chase.
Yeah, make them chase.
Yep.
So while we're ending up this particular stream, this is the Friday of a 4-day event. I want to go ahead and just start saying thank yous out to the ice crew and the kitchen staff. They've done a great job so far. And the fun hasn't even yet to fully begin. If you are planning on coming by the club, we've got a raffle going on. We've got 14 amazing, 14 amazing baskets that are being raffled off, and we are doing different price points for tickets, ranging anywhere from buying 1 ticket to a wingspan of tickets. And let me tell you, we've got some tall people here.
Man, that dude is like 6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you get a chance, come by, visit the Potomac Curling Club, the National Curling Center in Laurel, Virginia. Maryland, sorry. I don't know where I'm at. I'm not in New Jersey, so there's that.
If it were in Virginia, I would have an easier time getting here. Probably.
All right. Looks like we're going to get maybe a top 12, 3 to 4 here. Can we get it to bite? Can we get it to bite? That's a guard. So Dave can't get rid of it yet, which is good.
Okay.
So we got 2 guards in play. This is in favor, definitely in favor for last-minute entry.
Apparently the U.S. did not make the qualification games in the Women's Worlds. Is that right?
You mean they didn't make the playoffs?
Right.
They weren't top set. They weren't top 6.
I guess not. They seem to be doing okay earlier, but
Well, this took a slight little turn here for Virginia. Virginia just threw up another centerline-ish guard. So this is a house that highly favors red right now. The question is going to be how well can last-minute entry capitalize on these?
Carol usually destroys me when I play against her, so I have faith that she will do this well. No, the U.S. finished 7th in the.
Oh, what a shame!
Yep.
I'm really excited for. We've got a new look on Team Norway, Team Switzerland, and a very impressive Team Italy for our women's in the women's worlds right now. So, not to mention some really interesting, really not interesting. I would say really exciting teams coming in from Turkey. And also Madeline DuPont had a really great time, a really great tournament this week with Team Denmark.
Yeah, they were 5-7.
5-7. 5-7 also for Team Germany. And this new look that we have got from Scotland, I look forward to seeing how much better they'll develop over time.
Yeah, and Turkey at 6-6. They finished behind the U.S. on head-to-head tiebreaker.
I'm surprised they went 6-6. I'm not surprised that they're a good team. I'm just very impressed by the 6-6.
They finished up with a win against Scotland.
Yeah. It would have been nice to see New Zealand get a W, but New Zealand at a Women's Worlds is really impressive. They did really well to get a qualifying bid for the mixed doubles, so that's great too. So, but Tirinzoni absolutely demolished the field for Women's Worlds, which is great. They're the only undefeated team, followed next by Norway with 8-4. So I mean, like it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. Switzerland looks to be the heavy favorites for sure. They came in looking like the heavy favorites.
It's funny how you don't hear much about Tirinzoni during the season. It's always about the Canadians or Hasselborg or until her retirement, Eve Muirhead, and then all Tirinzoni does is come into big international tournaments and win.
Yep. I think I will say that the really cool thing about this year's Worlds is the number of pregnant women that were competing. Mm-hmm. It was really, to me, it was a really great sight to see.
Yeah.
That we had a front ender from Canada and Anna Hasselborg from Sweden both expecting, and still out there busting their asses, sweeping and competing. It was really, it was really nice to see that.
I couldn't even do anything when my wife was pregnant.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah. Virginia is playing with 3 right now, by the way. I hope Bobbie Todd is okay. I didn't see her out for, I don't know if she was there earlier in the game.
So Zimmerman's got some work to do here. We've got sitting 3. Sorry. Sitting 2 for last minute entry. And it looks like we have a draw attempt here. If it can squeak by that guard.
I don't think it is.
Nope.
And not the roll they wanted.
Opens that draw path up again. So
yeah.
If I was Janice, I would be like, let's put another one in there. Yeah. Top 12 call.
Right on the top 12. To check on the World Championships here this afternoon, 2 o'clock, whatever time it was. I don't know what the...
it was Sweden, so I think it was like 8 behind.
Right. U.S. gave up a steal of 2 in the 10th to lose 10-6 to South Korea, and that's it. That was it for them. And they finished 6-6, and Tirinzoni 12-0, 4 games ahead of Norway, which is 8-4.
Beautiful draw! Just squeaks by that guard.
Nice.
Little hot. It's a little hot. Opens up a double there, but to miss that guard was really impressive.
Canada, Italy, Sweden, and Japan all at 7-5.
I'm a gigantic Suzuki Fujisawa team. I love Team Fujisawa.
That's understandable.
There was something about them this World that it didn't seem like they were on the same page. It didn't seem like they were firing on all cylinders.
Well, Carrie Anderson is not looking like she did at the Scotties either.
They mentioned that they were having some issues adjusting to the ice. A lot of people were complaining about the ice, but then you had Turkey and Korea mentioning they love the ice.
Yeah, well, when Canada's losing, they complain about the ice, right?
Well, when anyone is a power that's not doing well, they will blame the ice. And nice attempt at the double. You got at least one out, which is good. Zimmerman does give himself some advantages here by having that red sitting just outside. You could easily pick that out, but Janice is like, hey, that exact same path that we just threw, do it again. It definitely needs to be top 12. It can't be any deeper. You don't want to give Virginia a chance to do the same hit with a flop, not lose their shooter and everything like that.
Well, the good news here is that the tying 3 is definitely on the table. Sometimes in situations like this, all the rots go out of play and you have nothing and you end up getting the vice rots and you know it's over. Here, it is not over.
No. It's a little wide. Are they going to be able to? They find the path, but again, very heavy.
Yeah. Boy, Dave is an expert at sweeping things out.
All right, Dave. Here's the question. Oh, looking at it from this angle, they can just pick out the red. They're not going to be able to sit though, unless it has a lot of finish on there.
Oh, I just switched it to the exact same. Yeah, picking out the red at the back is not the easiest, and I think that's what Dave is looking at anyway.
To be honest with you, I would go after the pick.
You would?
I mean, like, I don't want to go for the draw just in case I miss the draw. You go after the pick and you miss, you're forcing them to do the draw again, and they've missed it twice.
Yeah.
And if you go for the pick and you're narrow, you could pop some guards, making it easier later. I don't know. I'm more worried about having more reds in play than anything. Getting rid of some of the front guards is great too. Getting rocks out would be great right now. All these rocks are hurting Zimmerman more than anything. So
yeah, when you're up 3, you want that house empty, and it is not empty.
He just has to be very careful if he hits too thick on the yellow. That I could be wrong. You hit thick enough on the yellow, you might actually be able to get both of the reds out, or at least one out and one squirted off out in the open.
So you're saying this is a Visine shot? Get the red out?
I don't.
You're too young for that reference.
No, I know the reference. I just don't know. Yeah, he's throwing the Visine shot right now, and it's there. Nice sweeping by the front end, but clips the guard.
Okay.
Still a net positive. You just got rid of that side red guard, which they've been using as a benchmark for their draws to that port, so you made that port a lot smaller.
That is indeed.
She's Janice is it Janice? Yeah, you said? Janice is still going for it, but just now we're further out to draw behind that yellow guard now. I mean, if I'm last minute entry, I've got to be feeling really good right now, because looking at the house the way that it is, if she's short, this is still a benefit for them, because Dave would have to probably do the draw, or there's really nothing there that would help Dave to. This almost seems like it's two shots for a 3 here on red.
Yeah.
Because I don't see anything that would get Dave to comfortably get rid of multiple reds, or at least one red easily. Am I wrong? Do you see anything?
No. I think Dave would probably try to angle the one that is closest to the center line and see what happens there. I mean, oh boy, where's Janice going with this? Is she trying to draw around?
She was trying to draw around the yellow guard.
Around the outside yellow,
but
and
it
looks heavy.
It's coming down a bit now, actually.
Okay.
But it's going to be back 8. A counter is a good counter.
It counts. Yeah. All right. So what do you got,
buried,
Dave?
though? Let's check and see how if it's buried or not.
Yes.
Yeah, but I want to look down the hack view. So whenever we move over to the hack end view. Hack end view. It's about half open. So Dave's got some options, and the angle raise is the first thing he's thinking.
Yeah.
So yeah, taking a look there, you could see about, from the hack, you'd maybe see about half. So there's 2 really good hits. That back half, hitting that third shot rock isn't going to be helpful, because Janice will just do the same shot again. So, but again, trying to get less reds in the house is better. So.
Yeah, and if that yellow one sticks to the red, if he hits this angle raise and it sticks to the red, well, no, I'm trying to think.
No, if it hits and sticks, then the yellow will outcount that back red.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I was just not words properly.
Dave's last one, calling for a heavy sweep here. Looks like it's going to be a thick hit on the yellow. Gets single. Get the roll, get the roll, get the roll.
Stacy, Slette really trying to sweep it.
All
Doesn't
right.
quite get to it. Okay. All right.
That's the only shot right there, Janice. You got to get rid of the yellow.
Yeah, Janice has a shot for 3, a shot to tie, which is all you could ask for at this point. Okay, so
all eyes of the warm room on this shot.
All right, so she has to come across the face and get just a bit to the inside, correct?
Yes.
Because if she noses it, she'll take out her
back
red.
line. I mean, like, that line's not back line weight, but I mean,
You're right. Yeah, that's. Boy, what weight is that?
That looks like a pick weight.
Yeah.
And hammers away, everyone.
Yep. This looks narrow.
That picked. Yeah, it picked. That grinded to a halt. Something happened there.
Wow.
Unfortunate way to end. That had to have picked something up. Well, no one wants to end a game like that.
No.
They had a shot. Just massive dig, massive drag in that. So unfortunate way to end for last minute entry for this game. They still have one more game tomorrow. Congratulations, Zimmerman and Virginia. Also, my apologies to Bo. I'm sure that this complicates things for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, it means I probably have to. Means I have to try tomorrow.
I mean, like.
I know.
So, from Bo, thanks for joining us. Come back for us. What's the next draw coming up? What time?
Whenever the ice is done.
Whenever the ice is done, we will have the Rise of the Broom Shooter versus the Carl Anderson Experience on the feature sheet. And the side sheet will have Team Constantino from Ardsley versus Team Black from Potomac.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be a fun evening draw before the shit hits the fan for 10 p.m. So hope you guys can join us for the next draw. For Bo and
Todd
on tech, this is Rob. Thanks for joining us. Have yourselves a great night.
Good night.